live here at Gye-Nyame Journey.
Yeah! Real life at Gye-Nyame Journey.
Real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey.
Okay.
Such a stuff.
I'm doing a Darwin dog. We're doing yoga challenge.
Ooh, that's good. Darwin dog, Sasha Mosh.
Okay, so I'm so scared to do this.
Hey, can I ask somebody to bring my glass? Ask somebody to bring my glass. Oh my God, we are up, we are live, we're streaming on all cylinders right now. It's real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. So I had a mission I had to run. I wasn't able to get out and handle some business for a loved one. Want them to know that I still love you. I will bring by the ambrosia because I had an emergency call about, Daddy, I need some ambrosia. And I'm going to get her some strong ambrosia so she can go and get herself together. Family, it is important that we take care of our health. Because the battle that is to come, we need to be prepared. Call lines are open, 614-556-4535. If you have any announcements or any of that stuff that y'all want to talk about before we jump into the show, you know what I'm saying? Because, of course, I'm going to do my little tirade. Then we're going to get into the quotes for the day, which are very powerful. Now, what's going to be happening is that eventually, after I do my launch, because I have a Gye-Nyame Journey e-class, an e-course, a free e-course that will be jumping off. And the goal is to drive more people to the conversation, more people so that they can understand the language. When we talking about a mojo, we talking about something, we talking about the principles of Gye-Nyame, more people can understand what's going on. Family, I've been working. As you see, I'm tired right now. I still got to finish some stuff for the school, but I'm out here on my grind. I'm not playing, right? And you don't need to be playing either. Why? Because we have to build legacy for our children. And we got to make sure that there's something here for them. Our children, when we pass on, should not be left with empty hands, because it's a possibility, a strong possibility, that the situation that we see that's going on with countries south of the border, where you got a man and a woman floating in a man and a child, his daughter floating in the water, is not that far off for some of us. You know, and I don't, you know what I'm saying? I hate to be a bringer of bad news. But family, we are being X'd out. We are being challenged on our claim to this country. And for a lot of us, it's cool. And I'm telling you right now, it's not, because we are being left behind. They are bringing robots to do some of the jobs that some of y'all do right now. You know what I'm saying? There are very few career fields that are left. And we really need to get on our grind. We really need to start tribing up. And we really need to start speaking up for ourselves so that we can at least get some payments. We're going to get payments on our debt. You know what I'm saying? Now, so let me make sure. All right, we're streaming on Facebook. We're streaming on Periscope. We're streaming on YouTube twice. I don't know why the other YouTube channel is not streaming, but that's cool. Now, let me go and let you know that you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty. This is the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle, right? This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Anime, from here, anime. Try it again. Girl, don't make me come in that booth. These mythical animals, man. I don't know what's up with them. This is the Heart of a Simba production. Simba, you better bring it. This is Tribal Quotes, and this is a Heart of a Simba production. Simba, I'll jump up out of this seat, and I was... Look at me like that again. But we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Explosion. God damn it. These mythical animals is living a life. I'm paying monthly for each one of them. And I can't get no respect. I can't get a boom. I can't get the crowd of Phoenix. I can't get nothing. Man, I wonder, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to find out what Phoenix tastes like if you keep on messing up, anime. And Simba, you one step away. Oh, speaking of Simba, we are having the first Simba camp in Ohio, 45 minutes outside of Columbus. Going down this week. Well, my fault, next week. We will be starting on Imani, and we will be rolling all the way until Nia. Next Nia, family, is going down. And on top of that, I just found out there is an ADOS conference, a small meeting. Well, I ain't gonna say small. It's a meeting of the Columbus ADOS on next Ujima from 6 to 8 o'clock p.m. at the main library. So go and look it up. Get your tickets on Eventbrite so that you could be in the place, because I am going to drive back from the woods, dirt and all, so that I can participate. And I want to see your face in the place. because we got to start making some changes in Columbus, because y'all already heard one of the beats that I had. And I know one of the Proverbs is going to cover it, but I'm going to start with this, family. I'm going to just say this, and it's something that y'all need to hear. As a community, we have individuals that are gatekeepers. And these gatekeepers don't work for the benefit of the community, they work for the benefit of themselves. And one of the first things that we have to do before we are even able to prepare to go to battle with white supremacy is that we have to get rid of some of these gatekeepers. These gatekeepers are stopping us from being able to move forward. What they need, what's needed is for us to stay lost, stay confused. So they'll come up with legislation. They'll come up with reasons why you can't pass. They'll come up with extra shit for you to do. And we got to be clear, family. It's time for us to stop fucking around. It's time for us to start looking out for each other, because everybody else is doing it. Don't make me the only motherfucker that's trying to look out for somebody in Columbus that's like me. I look out for my tribe. And I need everybody else in my tribe looking out for their tribe so that we could build. There's people all around that I be calling. Some of them come and flock to help. Other ones be like, and those, right? We need to start exposing. And I'm still having beef with the Afrocentric School. I got major beef with the leadership of the Afrocentric School. They need to be removed, chopped down, and replaced. Gatekeepers of what's worse is the gatekeepers of our name. Now let's go through the news real quick, because I'm about to get pissed. Let me look something up on Google real quick. How? Because I want y'all to see something. I really need y'all to see this. How much is 20 tons of cocaine worth? I meant to look it up earlier. How much is 20 tons of cocaine worth? $1.3 billion. All right, I just keep 1.3 in your mind. Now, next thing I need to type in, how much time would a person get if they were found guilty of having sex with somebody underage? Because I got to go there, because we got to look at what's going on around us, family. We got Jeffrey Epstein, the billionaire, who's in court for the second time that we know of, publicly that we know of, for peddling and having sex with minors. The first time now, and I want y'all to hear this, as ADOS, as black folks, as Pan-Africanists, as whatever you want to call yourself. This motherfucker was fucking little girls. That means some of y'all who have daughters, you should be winching right now, because I'm winching just thinking about an old motherfucker piping down your blood. And he gets 18 months. Listen, 10 years ago, 18 months. And he get to go to work. And he get registered as a sex offender. And he a billionaire. All right, let's go back to this 1.3 million real quick. 1.3 million. No, 1.3 billion. JP Morgan owned ship seized with 20 tons of cocaine. My bank. Goddamn. You know what I'm saying? $1.3 billion of cocaine. And we skipping right past this. Now, this is the question. If these motherfuckers had the balls to put 120 tons of cocaine on this ship and they got caught. First off, JP Morgan is a bank. What the fuck they doing with a ship like this? Second off, if they was bold enough to be doing 20 tons, how much more dope have they brought in? And they don't got money for reparations. Man. Listen. All right. So, real quick in the news. I already covered that. Don't do that. Lines are open 614-556-4535. 614-556-4535. 4535. That's Gina in the background. Why is it preposterous to say Western civilization is about whiteness? This is an article that I found on the Federalist. I want you to, if you get an opportunity, it's on the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline. It's very important that you read and that you understand what's going on. Now, the framework is being painted that race doesn't exist. Now, scientifically, supposedly, you can't prove race exists. We just human beings. We can have different amount of melanin in us. But the construct that we are under, right, has placed a race boundary there. And the economic system that we are under has determined that we are the bottom caste. So for us, this social construct has become an actual reality that plays a factor in each one of our lives. But now they want to say that it's preposterous to say that the Western civilization is about whiteness. Listen, the reason they want to say that is because some of y'all out there with me are saying, where's my reparations? So now they got to paint you as crazy. Because now what they're going to get the talking heads to start talking about is the social construct of race and how race does not exist. Because remember, they tried to sell us that shit right after Obama, the racialist America. Then they start shooting niggas like left and right. Police officers start shooting. I'm just telling you. The whole racist piece, they're going to try to sell you on that. Now, what happens when you get enough of us thinking that it's a racist America and we are what we are because we are lazy bums? They're going to start looking at those and say, hey, there's something wrong here. As crazy. What do you do with crazy people? You find a way to pull them out of society. Y'all need, family, we got to understand. It's a war being leveled against us on many fronts. And we have to be prepared to deal with them on many fronts because you have to be able to talk your crazy ass cousin Pookie at the next family event out of the fact that he's coming to you talking about race doesn't really exist. It's a social construct. And we're all human beings. I want to pour these libations for all human beings. Hold on, dog. Let's erase social construct. If it's going to be a race, let's make sure it's a race for everybody. Come on now. Don't be talking that shit to me. And then, and then I got to sit up here and wonder what my kids going to be doing in the future. Shouts out to Jill Jackson. Shouts out to Shaka Sion Hansberry. Shouts out to Jay Ross. Shouts out to Deshaun Martin Sensenball. Next on the timeline, Gye-Nyame Journey. I'm just trying to let y'all know so that, because like I said, if you keep up with the timeline, you can cut out half of the newsletter. Because the newsletter is a lot of the timeline. I do a little bit of extra commentary on it. and some of us do extra commentary on the timeline. But it's important that we start getting some of these talking points so that when we're having these discussions, because family, I'm trying to get y'all ready for the European holidays that's going to be coming up that we all celebrate. Some of us say we don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but we sure do be eating and we be at those family meals. So I want you to be able to take command of the conversation when your uncle, who is a boomer, who was born at the right time, in the right moment, and will be retiring soon if he has not already retired, has sent all his kids through school, and has a nice car, is sitting at the table talking crazy. Talking about how I pulled myself up by my bootstraps, you need to be able to do the same thing. Hold on, Uncle. You're right. You had the bootstraps. And you had the ladder. And after you made it, you pulled that motherfucker up and left us down here. Come on now. We got to be able to tell them the truth. Next one. Having too many sugary drinks linked to higher cancer risk. Family, cut back on the sugar. Timeline is on the timeline. Read it. Do your research. Sugar feeds disease. I know I have an addiction to sugar. And you should know you have an addiction to sugar too. So that you can start dealing with that shit. They put sugar in the tobacco. They put sugar in meat. They put sugar in shit. I mean, some of this shit be nasty. And you be like, how does this shit have sugar in it? How? Alright. Let's move on. Alright. A fish called Wakanda. New purple fish honors the Black Panther. Family, if we don't handle business, this purple fish that they talking about will be your children's reparations. We gave you a purple fish, now shut up. Hey, why is the water running in both of y'all in the bathroom? Real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. You're playing with me. The water is running. So this fish end up being your reparations. Keep it up. Go on, just sit back. Go on, just relax and talk about we ain't gonna never. No, never is a journey. And the sooner we start, the faster we could get to never. I want you to understand the whole civil rights movement was driven by young people who were told that they would never get some of the stuff that they got. The Black Panther Party was told that they would never get some of the stuff that they got. And they would never be able to do. Sasha! Why are you spraying all that stuff?
I'm not.
Real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. Listen, wash those dishes and then wash yourself and go to bed.
Okay.
Oh my God. Help me. Oh my God. She in there just... You smell it? Alright. Once again, JP Morgan fell short for their stockholders and felt they needed to do something to take the place of some of those subprime loans that they did. So they added back the dope to their portfolio. So right now it looks like JP Morgan might be a good investment. CeeLo say so. Remind us again who bringing what over the southern border. What's interesting here is that whatever the power elite says is being done by, let me read more, done by whatever minority group they are demonizing, Trump and the Mexicans, most believe they are doing it in a much larger scale. Hell yeah. We talking about, I mean, if you think about all the dope dealers you knew in your life, then in that one shipment, this blows most of them, all of them away. Who owns and controls the planes, shipyards, transports to import and export anything? So she goes all the way into Joseph Kennedy and the history of the Kennedy family. I won't read all that. Last thing, then we're going to get into it. Studies suggest standard personality tests may not work well outside of weird culture. What's weird culture? I want y'all to hear this real quick, and I'm done. Then we're gonna get right into the quotes. They be like, brother, Tim, you say that every week. You start. Yeah, I go in. I don't mind. I ain't scared. Weird. Studies suggest standard personality tests may not work well outside of weird culture. Standard personality test. Now, the standard personality test does not work. What makes us think that any test that's labeled as standard work well for us? See, this is why reparations is important. A lot of y'all just focus on money. What about some of the institutions that we are being blocked out of? Because the standard that they have does not fit us. So the reciprocity act or the reciprocity action will in a sense make us a protected group so that some of the shit that we need to be testing for us as a particular group in this country can start being tested for so that we can start bringing the genius out of our children. We like fish being graded on climbing trees. All this standardized shit is never fixed for you. And some of us get up and we fight like this shit is fixed for us. It's not. Because, they'll tell you race doesn't exist. We all the same. Okay. But there's still cultural and ethnic differences. Why I'm on the show. An international team of researchers have found evidence that suggests standard personality tests may not work as intended outside of mostly white, educated, industrialized, rich, and democratic societies. That's weird. White, educated, industrialized, rich, and democratic societies. That's a weird society. So international teams of researchers have found evidence that suggests standard personality tests may not work as intended outside of mostly white, educated, industrialized, rich, and democratic societies. In their paper published in the journal Science Advances, the group describes the analysis of thousands of personality surveys responses from people all over the world and what they found. Prior work has led to the development of modern personality tests, and most of them are based on the assumption that all people have 5 basic personality traits: conscientiousness, openness, neuroticism, extroversion, and agreeableness. The level of each determines the overall personality assessment. Now understand, white is normal. White is standard. And that's what they measure everything against. Do not believe that they got any of us in any of the rooms while they are determining the standard. You are the outlier and not the high outlier. You are the low outlier. Come on, man. To find out if there might be a difference in personality assessment between cultures, the researchers they looked at 90,000 personality survey responses from people in 23 countries. They note that the type of surveys varied, including standard form filling, standard form filling, face-to-face meetings, and information extracted from databases. In studying the data, the researchers found discrepancies. For example, that there were striking differences in how people responded to questions regarding cognitive abilities and conscientiousness. Prior research has shown a connection between cognitive abilities and success in complex jobs in typical weird societies, while conscientiousness plays a bigger role in less complex jobs. In many of the survey responses from non-weird societies, however, the opposite appeared to be true. They also found many instances of conflicting answers in non weird responses, such as people responding yes to being highly organized and later responding yes to being careless. The researchers suggest there are likely a number of reasons for the discrepancies they found. There could be language issues, they point out, or even social issues. Or there could be issues involved when a person is taking a test face-to-face rather than filling out a form in isolation. They also note that there might have been a tendency by test takers to mistrust the person giving the test, and because of that, they may have attempted to give what they believe were desired responses. In any case, the group suggests that researchers should be cautious when using such tests to learn more about people in other cultures. What this is showing is that standard is based on them. And because standard is based on them, if you are not them, and you may not have the capabilities of thinking like them, because you're not them, you will not do well on their test. School, outside of our control, is teaching our children to think like them. We won, you lost. So you have to subjugate yourself to us. Come on, family. Come on, we deeper than that. At least I thought we were. You know what I'm saying? But hey, nah, we defend this shit. Yep. I just don't want us to wake up one day, rifles to chest. Motherfuckers shipping people off. Right? Got to be aware of what's going on. All right, so let's get to the tribal quotes. Call in number 614-556-4535. Once again, call in number is 614-556-4535. Proverb of the night first. Friedrich Nietzsche. I said Nietzsche. Look like Nietzsche. Shit. Friedrich Nietzsche. What does not kill you only serves to make you stronger. I'm joking. That's not the one. I'm trying to get up so I can see what's going on, if there's any, because I can't see the comments on the other one. All right. Friedrich Nietzsche. Love your enemies because they bring out the best in you. Once again, love your enemies because they bring the best out of you, or the best in you. They bring out the best in you. Family, once again, love your enemies because they bring out the best in you. Now we could talk about that. Number 2, Frederick Douglass. The life of the nation is secure only while the nation is honest, truthful, and virtuous. Let me read that again. Frederick Douglass. The life of the nation is secure only while the nation is honest, truthful, and virtuous. Like I said this morning, that one kind of just leaves me like, damn, we in trouble. Last one. Kindle not a fire that you cannot put out. That's from Africa. No specific place. It just said Africa when I took it down. But I'm quite sure one of the listeners out there could go on and type in and let us know which country in Africa or which group stated that. Kindle not a fire that you cannot put out. So, I'm trying to think of which one I am going to pick. Anybody out there? Anybody out there? Type in the number between 1 and 3. 1, 2, or 3. Go ahead, type it in. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Well, let me check. All right, cool. This is what I'm going to do. Because on one of these pictures on Gye-Nyame Journey, the number 2 popped up. So we're going to start with number 2. The life of the nation is secure only while the nation is honest, truthful, and virtuous. Now that one basically means that America is in a handbasket on its way to hell. The nation is secure only while the nation is honest, truthful, and virtuous. Now, I don't know if America ever was. You know, just being honest. Honest, truthful, virtuous. Why does a nation have to be honest, truthful, and virtuous for it to be secure? Because what the nation reflects, the ideals that the nation reflects, are the ideals that the people pick up. Now, while America was able to broadcast an illusion that very few people could see through, America was able to rise in power until they was faced by their own hypocrisy. You understand what I'm saying? America was able to build up its whole ideal of itself upon a group of people who believed that the country was honest, truthful, and virtuous, even though they was doing some fucked up shit. They believed they was doing it for an honest, truthful, and virtuous ideal. For an honest, truthful, and virtuous idea called America. But moving to the 20th century, and it became about the bag. Just like in our community, it's about the bag. And I'll do anything for the bag. Family, this is why I'm telling you right now. Our tribe can't stand as long as we have members where it's about the bag. So in our personal tribes, we got to eliminate that mind state. And in our community, we have to push and expose those with that mind state. It's about my job. It's about the money. And some of us, because I'm guilty of this, bro, you gotta get your money. Do what you gotta do. Type shit, supporting fuckery. I'm guilty, but I know I'm not alone. Right? But I will not tolerate fuckery in my tribe. You living like that out there, you're not my tribe. If your interests don't interfere with my interests, we cool. See, because a lot of people get it confused with Brother Hatem. At one point in time, black power for everybody. Now, it's about my tribe. I'm very clear about that right now. Because I can't get out here and fight for everybody, especially when they're not fighting for themselves. And they did that shit. That shit is not good. My elders done did that shit. And I seen the retirement account that they got. The retirement gift from the people that they got. Right? Begging to be buried. Wife working themselves to death. How many of us that really been in the movement got individuals in our lives who sacrificed for the people, but when it came time for them to need help, they was left in a goddamn lurch? Just be honest. Keep it real. Come on now. Fired from a job in a place that's called black. Come on now. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. This is why, Brother Hatem, I will say shit in the way that I do, and some people will get offended because you striking out against the whole community. I'm striking up for my tribe. I'm letting y'all know. Like I said, family, listen. Everybody ain't in my tribe. They might be in yours. But no. Hell no. No, some of y'all just out there. And I don't expect to be in everybody's tribe. And I have alliances with other tribes. And we are able to exchange in a win-win type situation. Some of y'all want to approach the tribe with you win all, or you win more. Like, for example, we might do the mall, and somebody be like, y'all charging too much for tables. I've had people come up with questions and say shit like that. We charge $20. Nigga, don't come back. Don't come back. We'll find somebody to fill your spot. How you beat that? You know what I'm saying? We have Malcolm X Festival. Now, family, I'm going to say this, and I know it's going to offend a lot of people. Malcolm X Festival. We charge lower prices than everybody else that was having festivals on that exact same day. Oh, my God. Some of y'all put on y'all Bruce Lee outfits and went down to the Asian Fest any motherfucking way. Didn't even come through and holler at him. You know what I'm saying? Come on, family. And then people want to talk, right? Nation builder talk. Come on now. We just had a mall. Some of y'all was down at Confest. You could even come through and stop through the mall. How am I supposed to build with you? We ain't even asking for your money. We asking for your presence. We asking for your YouTube, your Facebook timeline. Are you serious? But hey, that's what we are. And this brings us back to the point. The life of the nation is secure only while the nation is honest, truthful, and virtuous. America is not those things. And America cannot even portray the idea that they are those things now because of what's going on with social media. So the future of this country is in doubt. But the future of our tribe does not have to be honest. Share root with honor. Truthful, which is one of the principles of Ma'at, which also lines up with the principle of Umoja unity on our chart. Last one, virtuous. Virtue. Don't we got virtues of Ma'at? Virtuous. Without blemish. Our tribes can be that. And we could build together, and as long as we got each other's back, it don't matter what happens. Because we could gather food and we could get food. We got more than enough brothers that can make sure everybody eat. If some shit go down. But yo, we gotta work on some organization. We gotta work on some order. Because some of y'all coming in with this whole attitude, and then won't rank, but ain't earned it. Throw up my hands. Make me want to holler. Motherfucker, you've been studying in a book for 15 years. And all of a sudden, you want to come and apply book knowledge to what's going on in the real world. Let me tell you how that shit turns out. Right? book is static. Life is dynamic. When you try to apply what you learned in the book, while you are trying to remember what happened in the book, life is shaping and changing on you right away. So you got to be able to work with those concepts and work with people and work with tools all at the same time. But if you are not practiced at that, then when it comes time to manage people and manage situations and manage tools and manage money and manage all the things that's coming all at the same time, you always fail. It's sort of like being a martial artist that only learned his art out of a book. And then you are faced with combat. You might be lucky and get some shit off. But if you run into somebody that is experienced and want to kick your ass, that's been practicing in combat, not practicing in the library, you can get your ass kicked. Family, I've been rolling with people that's been out here. My tribe is composed of individuals that's been out here living and experiencing life. Not no theory shit. Right? We have a saying in Gye-Nyame, make it happen. Shit, we almost done perfected that shit. Make it happen. Impossible. Takes me just a little bit more time. I'm working on an impossible project right motherfucking now. But watch me freak this motherfucker out. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. But shit, I put in my ancestors every morning. Everybody can't say that. All right, let's move on to another one. Let me check and make sure nobody posting up. All right, nobody posting up. Why y'all so quiet? All right, let's see if I can find another number, a random number on the internet. 1. Okay. All right, cool. I seen the 1 on Gye-Nyame Journey timeline. Love your enemies because they bring out the best in you. All right, family, I want to make sure that y'all understand the love that my man right here is talking about. My man is not talking about the love that a lot of y'all may be thinking about. Love and forgive your enemies. Love your enemies. They bring out the best in you. Love your enemies because not in the sense where you want to hug them. Love them because they force you to rise to the occasion. Rise to occasion or be crushed. Every time your enemy rears his head, you should love the situation. Love the fact because you can loathe it right at that. But when you think back on it, it was because of that enemy that you were able to rise. Anyone that you was reaching out to embrace the enemy, it was that you had to rise up so that you could conquer or be conquered. Do you understand? It's not the love that a lot of us get caught up on. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, with laws of my art and love, motherfuckers be throwing these words around and be just confusing the people. Just confusing them. I be like, God damn, you so spiritual, you ain't no goddamn good in life. Love, brother. Love. Love is the ultimate. What type of love are you talking about? Can we be clear on that? Can we define that? You know why I say nation? I mean stable, historically developed community of people, territory, economic life, distinct culture, language, God. Can you tell me what the fuck you mean by love? Love is the ultimate. The fuck? What do you mean? Break it down for me. Love for who? Love for what? What is love? What can you help me? I want to understand what you mean. Because I have people coming for not my life, but my children's lives. If that don't infuriate you, I don't need you around me. Do y'all not? I mean, do people not understand that in a sense, there's no spaces being left for your children? Y'all can't understand that? Y'all don't understand that when they talking about all these technological advances, as beautiful as it is, because I'm one to praise all that shit, I love it. When they talk about bringing in robots and shit, who do you think they talking about replacing? And what they gonna do with your ass? They don't want to pay you reparations. What makes you think they gonna pay you or any of these other broke motherfuckers a universal income? They don't want to pay reparations. Would solve a whole, solve a majority of the problems in the country. If you just look at it, if you look what it does for all areas of life, just by them going back to Frederick Douglass, being honest, being truthful, and being virtuous. How many problems just by them doing that and paying their debt, how much benefit will come to the rest of the country? Because, you know, they you know what I'm saying? People always say a rising tides lift all boats. So why can't we be the ones getting, you know what I'm saying? Why can't our boats be the one rising? It got to be everybody's boats. Why can't it be? Why the tide? Don't the tide come into the black community? Can't our boats rise? Do you not understand that if they come through with some of this universal shit, that means that everybody gets, which means you're going to stay in the same position that you are in? And don't some of y'all understand that if reparations come without all of the political corrections, all of the social corrections, all of the corrections that need to be done, if money comes by itself, you will be fleeced up out your money? So go on. I ain't going to say take the money, because there needs to be some cash allotments. But we need to understand there's a lot of shit that has to go with that, so that you will not get caught back up in a prime, the prime loan. Supplying JP Morgan, my bank, with money to buy $1.3 billion in dope. Because they going to get you. You need protections. Because for so long you've been operating out here by yourself. You need the protection of the government that you've been paying to protect you, who have not. So in fact, they owe you. Damn. All right. My computer about to go out, family. Love your enemies because they bring out the best in you. So it's in a sense, love what they do for you, or love what they do to you, not necessarily love them. And in a sense, even if you extend the idea of love, yeah. But the love that some of y'all thinking about, nah, that's going to get you killed. I'm just saying. That's going to leave your children hungry. Because black folks have practiced universal love more than any other people in this country. More than any other people in the world. Universal love. Come on, join us in affirmative action. Come on, join us in all of the investments that we have made. And now these motherfuckers standing up on our head and we saying, hey, can you get up off my head? How dare you? How dare you tell me that I need to get up off your head? I'm comfortable up here. Excuse me, can you get... You're a misogynist. Come on, family. Stop being the whooping boy for everybody in this country. And stop being the footstool for everybody to stand up and raise their height up to compete with white folks. Everybody is standing on us. There are whole towns funded by our children. Whether it's adult prison or young people's prison. America feeds off of your failure, not your success. So part of the issue is that when they talk about reparations for you, this means that they're going to have to tell a lot of motherfuckers that are making money off of your failures that it has to stop right now. And everybody going to start going to jail for the same amount of time. So Jeffrey Epstein, regardless of how much motherfucking money he got, will get the same charge as Bobo Brazil that live around the corner from you. That's justice. But we don't want to deal with that in America, right? It's about the bag. It's about how much you could pay. Come on now. Justice is blind until she come to your ass. I'm just saying. Last one. Kindle, not a fire that you cannot put out. The reason you don't kindle a fire that you cannot put out is because it might cause a lot of damage in the area where you are. But, right? If you don't care about the shit that's around you, kindle away. And in a sense, this is what those of us that understand the concept of ADOS is doing. I'm kindling a goddamn fire. I mean, think about this. Some motherfuckers is so mad that the rap music is getting them to snap. They snatching black women off of airplanes, telling them they need to put on some clothes. All this is happening right now in real time. This ain't shit that happened 3 weeks ago. This shit happened 2 days ago. They pulled a black woman off who basically had a top like this. She had some. I mean, you can look at the outfit. The outfit was a short outfit. She was in the Caribbean. She got on the plane and told her she needed to cover up, or she wasn't going to be able to fly home. Now, after she made it back, the airline is apologizing to her for the action because they didn't know she was a doctor. And the first thing she came with, I'm a doctor, and I know the psychological damage that racism could do. And I will not stop until I receive justice. And I just need a couple of those in my troops right now. You know why? Because I'm really suffering some psychological damage by not being able to throw Kwanzaa at the Afrocentric school. I am distraught right now. It's hard for me to sleep, and y'all know I got a sleeping issue. And I just need a lawyer that will work pro bono to help take my case. Because this is a serious injustice. The building has the principles on the side of the wall. And the president told one of my elders, the principal told one of my elders that even if we could get it through a system that was designed to make sure that everybody would have access to the public buildings, that if Kwanzaa came through on his desk, he would deny it. And I can't necessarily call it racism because he's black. But I can call it racism because he works in a racist system. You see? Family, this shit is serious. Now, once again, I'm going to go back right to where I started and I'm done. Where we at? What's my time? We have 59 minutes, 5 seconds. Let me finish this up. Family, before we can wage war, and I'm not just talking about guns, before we can actually deal with our enemies externally, we have to deal with our enemies internally. Those gatekeepers have to be served notice so that they can start making some major decisions, because a lot of them have to be taken down. This is why you hear people in the black media clowning Martin. What's his name? Roland Martin. clowning a lot of those people. When you listen to black media, they are clowning them. Why? Because they are the gatekeepers that keep people away from the real news. We got to understand in education, we got gatekeepers that keep us away from being able to really educate our children. Socially, we have social gatekeepers that keep us from being able to move and really teach our children the social things that they need. Politically, we have gatekeepers. And I'm saying, family, enough is enough. Enough is enough. I'm just, because people get upset because I get kind of extreme with some of my strategies. But one of my strategies that seems to work for me in certain situations is the death strategy. I will isolate myself facing my enemy and take away any means of escape and, in a sense, corner myself, where either I leave victorious or I don't leave. Please understand, family, and I'm done after this. When you look at the history of the Spartans, you find that, I can't remember the dude's name at this point in time because I ran through that with y'all before, Lycurgus. Lycurgus left Sparta and went around the world and started studying different military systems. And one of the things that when he went into Africa, one of the things that he liked when he went into Kemet and maybe even into the southern part of Kemet, maybe even got into Kush, one of the things he liked was the fact that they had standing militaries. They didn't have that any other place but where we were. And he noticed that, and he took pieces of what we had and he brought it home. One of the things that Spartans understood was that the Spartan women would tell the Spartan man as farewell as they went to battle. Mothers would tell their sons, husbands would tell their wives, sisters would tell their brothers. Either come back with your shield or come back on it. So when y'all hear me talking, please understand where I'm coming from. Because I understand that my enemy understands. Oh yeah, they read all that. They understand. And many of them are willing to either come back with their shield or come back on it. Many of us, we'll leave our battle shield on the goddamn field and run. And we hide the cowardice behind philosophy. We'll hide the cowardice behind political systems. We'll hide the cowardice behind historical concepts and shit like that. Give me a fucking break. All right, family, this is Brother Hatim. I want to thank you for tuning in. First, I want to remind you, you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty. If you can't stand it, get the fuck out. This is the home of the stubborn minority. This is the place where your hustle builds muscle. You are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Of course, you know this is a Heart of a Simple production, and we have just crushed another tribal quotes. Heart of a Simple production, and of course, we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Be on the lookout for the e-course. The free e-course will be coming 7 days. 7 days of learning the lore and the how-to of the Gye-Nyame Journey family. All right, family, I'm out. Join the tribe. Peace.